What is up everyone and welcome back to Digimon Sword and Shield. A few months ago I made a video showing off a bunch of Digimon being modded into Pokemon Sword and Shield and you guys seem to really like it, so today I'm very excited to show off the updates I've been working on. For starters, this is now basically a proper ROM hack, with every trainer and wild Pokemon up to the first gym being replaced with Digimon. And the biggest news is those Digimon now have their proper types, moves, and abilities updated to fit with the actual digital monsters. I want to give a huge shout out to Evo Newman, as he is the one who originally ported these Digimon models into Sword and Shield and basically inspired me to learn how to mod the game myself and create my own Pokemon Digimon crossover fan game. Evo also sent me a couple of new Digimon just for this video that aren't available to download, so make sure to check out his Instagram and other social media links down in the description, where you'll see all of his amazing Pokemon mods. When I made the first Digimon Sword and Shield video, I never imagined it would lead to me creating a whole fan game, so if you guys enjoy this type of content and would like it to become a series, make sure to click that like button, and if we can reach 5,000 likes, I'll continue updating the game past the first gym with more of your favorite Digimon, so let me know in the comments which ones you'd like to see added in future updates, and without further ado, let us venture into the digital world. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to figure out how to change the character model here in the overworld and in the cutscenes, but at least when we pick our starter, you will see that it is actually a Tanemon, the grass starter for this game. Next, we've got the water type starter Sobble, which here in Digimon Sword and Shield has been replaced with Yokomon, the little baby plant that evolves into a bird. Don't ask me how Digimon evolutions work, dude. It's a mystery to us all. Of course, you guys know which one I'm going for. Scorbunny, the fire type, which in this game is going to be Koromon, who evolves into Agumon. But I've actually got another surprise twist. Now, every single classic rookie had a different baby form in the original series, but in this mod, there's only 3 baby forms, which are the 3 that you have seen replacing the Galar starters. So what I've done is something kind of interesting that fits the Digimon world, and that is split evolution. So each of these baby Digimon can potentially evolve into 2 different rookies, and which evolution you get depends on the nature of the Digimon, kind of like how Toxtricity can evolve into either the low-key or amped up form. And on the next morning, we've got our first rival battle versus Hop. Oh my goodness. You know, I couldn't separate Hop from his classic Wooloo, so instead we've got this magnificent creature. I've actually made Koromon into just a normal type with the ability Runaway, because I noticed that most baby Digimon don't actually attack, instead just using distractions to run away from enemies. Unfortunately, we can't run away from Hop, so Koromon just has to do its best by smacking its head right into that stupid little... Oh my god. And at level 6, we're already learning our first attack, which is going to be Gastro Acid. Again, because they're baby Digimon, I didn't want to give them attacking moves. And Gastro Acid here causes the user to hurl up its stomach acids and eliminate the target's ability. So it doesn't actually do any damage, but it definitely fits with Koromon's move description, saying it basically spits acid or poison bubbles at the enemy. Thankfully, we got some potions. Otherwise, I don't know if we would have been able to finish this. And with it going for so many growls in a row, our pound is going to be doing way less damage. So yeah, this might take a bit. But eventually, Tanemon goes down, and we've taken down our rival Hop 2 against 1. Absolutely embarrassing. Next, we venture into the Slumbering Weald, where we find a wild Yokomon. I think the first encounters in Sword and Shield are always scripted to be Squovet and Rookie D, and that kind of works out because Rookie D is what Yokomon is replacing. So we get an actual Digimon as our first wild battle. That sounds mysterious. Wonder what kind of Digimon that could be. Only one way to find out. Let's head right into the spooky fog. This man Hop has clearly not watched enough horror movies. Like, this can only end badly. I'm actually really curious if this is gonna work or not, because it's like a scripted cutscene, so I don't know. Yes, it worked! We've got Metal Garurumon! What in the... It's Where Garurumon! Oh gosh, what happened to the fog there for a second? Okay. Totally a coincidence that this model happens to go over Zacian, but I guess that's also why I switched over to Pokemon Sword. So we have this majestic ultimate level Digimon. Wait, since we have Runaway, does that mean we can actually just... Oh, okay, never mind. Even with the ability Runaway, we still can't do nothing about it. So let's try going for Gastro Acid and... Wait a minute, that actually worked? Oh, no, of course not. Okay. And now we can finally begin our Digimon adventure properly, as in the wilds of Route 1, we've got a couple of Yokomon, and even a Terriermon. I forgot this little guy can pop up here. I love how his ears just stick up. It's totally the opposite of how Terriermon was in the anime, but, you know, we can't help it, considering it's replacing the model of Bunnelby, who's always got its ears standing up straight. But can we actually fight it? Since this is actually a rookie, not a baby, feel like it might be a little bit tougher for Koromon, but it is at level 3, so yeah, we can do this easily. Now we could catch some of these Yokomon or even Tanemon, which is also lurking around, but there's going to be plenty of other opportunities to catch them later on, and Route 1, they're very low levels, so we're just going to move right along to Wedgehurst, where a lot of story is going to happen that we don't really care about, so... Eventually... We made it to Route 2, where the wild Digimon are a little bit higher level, so I think now it might be worth catching ourselves another one. And I guess I'll go with Tanemon, who's going to be a grass type and can potentially evolve into either Palmon, who's also grass type, or I believe Tentomon? I actually forgot which one I made it, but earlier in the video I showed them all off, so... With a flick of the wrist, Pokemon Master Red aims to catch his first Digimon. And you'll notice that we don't have the Digivice from the first episode anymore. That's because it was skinned over the Quick Ball. And I couldn't quite figure out how to change which Pokeball the skin goes over. Otherwise, I would have made it a regular Pokeball. But either way, we've now got Tanemon, who is going to be a pure grass type. Don't worry about the description or classification. I didn't change any of that. Wonder if there's anything rare in these little exclamation mark encounters. Oh no, just... Yokomon. I guess you gotta catch them all though. We'll have all 3 starters if we grab this one, so might as well. And Yokomon here is actually gonna be a pure flying type, even though it definitely looks like it would be grass. It seems to float around quite a bit and of course evolves into Biyomon, so even though it looks like grass type, I thought I would make it a flying type instead. And at level 8, Koromon will finally be evolving! Of course, in the original series, all of the baby Digimon evolve literally in the first episode, so Destiny has decided it will evolve into the iconic Agumon after all. And upon evolving, we'll get the Ember, which of course represents Agumon's classic move, Baby Flame! Or Pepper Breath in English. Pepper Breath! Look at all these little Yokomon, they're all flying about. Yeah, flying type totally makes sense for it. So now that we've got all 3 starter Digimon, it is time for our first Digimon battle. Against another Tamer, I mean. Oh, there's actually wild Koromon in this route too. Who knows, we might just get a Gabumon from that one depending on the nature. But what's more important is we're challenged by youngster Jake right now, and he's actually got a Koromon of his own. But now that we're evolved, this should be totally easy peasy. Since we got the Ember on Agumon 2, and Agumon is of course a fire type, I don't think I mentioned that because it didn't show the Pokedex entry when we evolved it, but as you can see it is a pure fire type with the ability Blaze, which is typical of fire starter Pokemon. One more Pepper Breath and we'll finish the little baby. Dang, we even get a critical hit. Okay Agumon, I see you trying to impress on the first episode. At level 6, Tanemon will learn Camouflage, which is apparently one of the moves it actually has according to the Digimon Wiki. All of the baby Digimon learn different moves at level 6 and then an actual attacking move a little bit later on, if you choose not to evolve it. On we go to our second Tamer battle, this time versus Lass Loring. And she's gonna have something a little bit cuter, a little bit more fitting to her style with the Tanemon. Unfortunately for Tanemon, we've got Ember now, so yeah, that's almost gonna one-shot it. And there it is, the Branch Poke is gonna be the move that Tanemon learns if you choose to hold off on evolving it for a couple of levels. All of the moves are actually references to actual attacks that these Digimon have according to the Digimon Wiki. Definitely did my research for this with all of the level up moves, and I'm excited to continue updating this mod as time goes on, with more Digimon and all the routes and gym leaders using them. As long as you guys continue to show your interest and support by hitting the like button down below, I'll be more inspired to continue updating this. Now our third Tamer is once again gonna have a new Digimon here, and it is gonna be Tentomon, the little electric ladybug, who's actually gonna be an electric and bug type, so the Ember still gonna be super effective. And it seems this guy has another Pokemon still. Dude, I forgot how difficult I made this mod. Like, geez. He's gonna have a Terriermon too at level 7. Hopefully Yokomon can handle it. You might notice it learned the baby doll eyes, so that's gonna be Yokomon's level 6 move. But geez, dude, yeah, we definitely cannot handle this Terriermon. Maybe I'll just go for baby doll eyes instead. I believe that lowers attack, so we'll be able to stand a little bit more of a chance. In the end, Agumon is the best, and with another Ember, we'll finish off the Terriermon. Oh, just barely not hitting level 8 there. Otherwise, we would have seen the evolution of Tentomon. But it's okay, because I believe there is another very important battle coming up against Hop. There's the professor. Who? Time for rival battle number 2. And I think for this one, Hop is gonna have a third Digimon added to his roster, which should be quite a welcome surprise to anyone that's watched Digimon Data Squad. But of course, first, we gotta go through the mighty Wooloo. And there it is! Hop has a secret new Pokemon in his arsenal. It's gonna be Gaomon from Digimon Data Squad, or Digimon Savers in Japan, I think it was called. This little Digimon always reminded me of Lucario, or I guess Riolu as the baby form. And of course it is going to be a pure fighting type, as you can see the little boxing gloves on its fists. It'd be weird if it was anything but fighting. And I'm so glad that Evo sent me those new models so we could implement some new Pokemon into episode 2. Oh, what the freak, it used Endure, so even though we hit twice with the Fury Swipes, it's actually going to tank it out. Okay, Gaomon, I see you. And it's going for it again, but it fails! You can't endure twice, buddy. Sorry, but you're going down. And last but not least, we've got Hop Starter now evolved into Palmon. Only at level 8 though, means that Agumon here is gonna have a bit of playtime with the Ember. Oh, okay, you're a little bit tankier than I thought. I see, unless this is actually scripted. Yeah, I think it actually is. And then the second attack is always guaranteed to be a critical, so that Hop can teach you about critical hits. Am I remembering this game correctly? Let's find out. Super effective. Oh no, never mind. Okay, I guess that's it. But of course, we're gonna have a double evolution. And because of the way evolutions work in this game, Tentomon could become Palmon, or it could become something totally different. But it looks like it's gonna be your good old standard Palmon. Get in that Pokedex. The Jolly Pokemon is going to be a pure grass type. I thought about making it grass and poison, but Palmon doesn't actually have all that many poisonous attacks. I mean, it does learn some as it levels up, but I figured it wasn't actually a poison type. And of course, its final evolution is a grass and fighting type, so I decided to stick with just making it pure grass in this mod. However, it does have some very poisonous abilities and moves that it'll learn as it levels up. But up next, we've got Yokomon, who usually evolves into Biomon, but also has a potential to evolve into... Okay, never mind. It's gonna be just Biomon. We got all 3 standard evolutions. I guess they were all amped up natures, which is kind of lucky / unlucky, because I wanted to show off the fact that there's branching evolutions, but Biomon is going to be a pure flying type, and upon evolving, we'll be learning Twister, which is of course a reference to Biomon's most classic move, the Spiral Twister. But now that we've defeated Hop, there's going to be quite a lot of story, and that's not really what this video is about, so once again, we're going to skip ahead. We finally made it to the wild area, and this is where we can catch pretty much all of the other Digimon rookies that we're missing. Speaking of, I heard a rookie D over there. It's already a little Yokomon floating by, and yo! No way! I thought this guy was supposed to be quite rare, but right off the bat, we've got a wild Gaomon. What's up, dude? Yes, I've been wanting to catch this one, as it is one of the new ones added since the first episode. Definitely my favorite from that Digimon Data Squad season I mentioned earlier. Now it is of course a fighting type, and as you can see it's got some pretty powerful moves already with the power-up punch and the rock smash coming through. I think it also might have a pretty low catch rate. I'm actually not sure how catch rate works in this game. Okay, yeah, that's not gonna work out, which means that Agumon might just go down. It keeps power-up punching. It's already at a +2 attack. But I did actually find a Great Ball earlier by the Professor's lab, so hopefully with the color scheme matching blue and the red, you gotta be kidding me. Okay, I guess we might not be able to catch Gaomon after all. Jeez, this guy is feisty. I think the catch rate works based off whatever Pokemon it's replacing, and I believe Gaomon actually goes over Kung Fu, which is a mythical Pokemon, and you know, mythical legendary Pokemon usually don't have a very high catch rate, so I might just be wasting my time throwing Pokeballs at this thing. As much as I want a Gaomon on the team, I don't think it's happening. I just realized Camouflage isn't even in Sword and Shield, so it doesn't let me select it. That was actually one of the biggest challenges making this mod, is so many moves fit the attacks the Digimon normally learns according to the wiki, but then those moves were actually removed in Sword and Shield, like Camouflage here. You got Howl too? Bro, how much attack does this dude have at this point? I think he's used like 3 power-up punches and Howl now. Okay, we're gonna finish it off with the Vine Whip, even though I wanted to weaken it a little more. I don't think that dude was gonna catch anytime soon. So Palmon will be learning Growth, and I guess he'll get rid of that Camouflage then, since it doesn't even work anyway. Let's move on, because there's plenty other Digimon to catch here in the wild area. In fact, I think I programmed every single basic or rookie Digimon to appear. And speak of the devil, here we've got a bunch of Tentomon hanging out. Of course, they are replacing Abra, so they still teleport around, which is pretty funny. I don't know how that'll affect their catch rate, actually. I hope that this isn't as difficult as Gaomon, because I would love to have a Tentomon on the team. But first, we gotta weaken it, of course. And it's at level 13. Oh, geez. I mean, Digimon games do tend to be more challenging than Pokemon on average. Or at least the ones I've played, like Digimon World 1 and Digimon World 3, were pretty challenging. Oh, if this Pokeball doesn't do it, then we're not gonna get a Tentomon. Oh my gosh, dude, what is going on? Did I make this demo too hard? Or is it just because it's based on Abra? I mean, I don't even remember Abra being this tough to catch, so I don't know what's going on, but yeah, the poisoning is gonna take it down. At least we get the experience. Oh, looks like there's some wild Gabumon here too. Although Agumon is a little beat up right now, so I'm not sure if we'll be able to catch our rival here. But I would love to have one on the squad. I mean, I wanted to try to catch all of the rookies available in the wild area, but obviously that hasn't been working out so far. The Ember does leave it with a perfect amount of health though, and Gabumon is modded over Machop, which should have a much easier catch rate than Kubfu or Abra. So maybe, who knows, we might just be able to get at least one Pokemon today. Hey, there we go, Gabumon has been caught. And this is of course going to be an Ice type, although I considered making it Fire type because apparently Gabumon's attacks are actually Fire based, even though they look like Ice. And I didn't want to have 2 starters be Fire type plus Biyomon evolves into a Fire type too, so I figured Gabumon definitely fit more as Ice. Oh my god, look at how much bigger Agumon is compared to Gabu. That looks freaking weird. And finally in East Lake Axwell, we're going to have a whole bunch of Gomamon, which are based on Stuffle. And Stuffle is actually normally found here in Lake Axwell, so that was like the first Digimon that ever made it to the wild area. But as you can see, I've replaced most of the other ones with Digimon too, like Palmon. I don't think Gomamon would be all that helpful anyway, since the first gym is going to be Grass type, and Gomamon is a Water type. So let's move on to the big city, Motostoke. Oh, the best character in the world! Yes, Ball Guy! I've missed you so much, man. Feels like forever ago since we did Pokemon Sword and Shield, but I never forgot you, dude. Of course, in Motostoke, we have quite a lot of story, from the gym challenge to the Budu drop-in with the Team Yell grunts. None of that really fits Digimon, so we're just gonna skip right past all of it. Oh my god, what is wrong with our head? Oh no! Oh god. And on to Route 3, where I believe we should find some more new Digimon, or at least Tamers, I guess. So far, pretty much the same stuff we've encountered, which is the one downside of having a limited amount of models to work with. Like, I could only put so many Digimon in the game. Well, technically, Evo put the models in. All I did was change up the stats and types and moves and all that. But if you guys continue to show your support for these Digimon videos, then I'm sure me and Evo can continue to work together and add even more Digimon to the game, because I would love to eventually have some more characters from Season 3. Digimon Tamers was always my favorite, so Guilmon and Renamon have got to be in a future update. This little schoolgirl is going to have a Gabumon, which is kind of cute. Their color schemes are matching with the blue vest and the yellow undershirt. Literally what Gabumon's got going on. Even though I've always thought that underneath Gabumon's fur is actually Agumon in disguise, it turns out it would look quite more hideous, according to this fan art at least. Doesn't seem like there's any new Digimon in the overworld, so maybe hidden in the grass we'll find a Terriermon, which we actually haven't caught yet. We saw Gargomon, but there was no way I was going to catch that, so maybe I'll try to catch this little one. Oh my god, we hit all 5 times, and the last one's a crit! No! I guess it's just not meant to be. Agumon's gonna hit level 16, but he will not be evolving. Since Digimon usually get a huge power boost when they go into their champion form, I decided to hold it off a little bit longer. But I'm sure at least one of ours will evolve by the time we reach the first gym, so you'll have to stay tuned if you want to see our first champion Digivolution. Schoolboy Marvin's gonna surprise us with a Patamon! First one that we've seen in the playthrough so far. Although I think I put it in one of the earlier routes, we didn't seem to run into it in the wild. And we're gonna get the freeze on it. Oh my god, that looks hilarious. There's just something so off-putting about Patamon being on the ground, because you're so used to seeing it flying in the Digimon series, but because it is replacing Electrike, I don't really think that's possible. So I could have sworn I replaced all the Digimon in this route, or Pokemon with Digimon, but I guess maybe I missed some. Anyway, time to take on Postman Tad, who's gonna have an Agumon, but not just any Agumon, it's the shiny Agumon. Yo, that's so sick. I kind of did this as a test because I wasn't sure if shinies were in the game, but I'm so glad that they are, because this is actually a reference to Black Agumon, which is technically a whole different species of Digimon. I mean, I don't think Digimon really has shinies, but my point is that there is actually an official Digimon with this same color scheme. Agumon versus Agumon, as he goes for Fury Swipes. Man, those Fury Swipes are hurting, bro. Like, what the frick? How beefed up is this Agumon? Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to go for my own Fury Swipes then. Thankfully, we're faster, but look at that. Ours actually does less damage. Ooh, is that a crit? Yes. Okay, that might have just saved us, or not, because it only hits twice, and you go double kick, which means that Black Agumon is actually gonna reign supreme over the original. Jeez, dude, why is that guy so strong? I really hope our Gabumon can be faster at least, because if we're not, then we're probably just gonna get one shot by a double kick or Ember. Oh my god, we're so dead, dude. Oh wait, what? Gabumon is actually quite tanky. Okay. Double kick only hits twice, so thank goodness we survive. And with the Fury attack, oh my, oh wait, that hits multiple times too. Oh, thank goodness, man. That was gonna end real badly, but it looks like Gabumon is the better Agumon, sort of. We're gonna get Frost Breath, finally a better move than Powder Snow, which does freaking nothing, man. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this young lady over here actually heals our Pokemon. Or maybe I am mistaken. Is it the tent that heals us up? Oh my gosh, dude, this is amazing. She actually has some Digimon at her camp too. Is that pure coincidence? that she happens to have like a Machop and a Stuffle? Oh yeah, it is, because there's a Wooloo. Yes, it is, because over there... Okay, we're just gonna pretend that those Pokemon over there don't exist. This is all I care about right here. We got a little Gomamon and Gabumon. Oh, that's so cute. Either way, it seems that did not heal our party, so we're gonna have to go back to the Pokemon Center, it seems. But, of course, there's another little girl in our way. Okay. What the frick is going on, man? Red is spazzing out. Thankfully, it's just a baby Tanemon. And with our newly acquired Frost Breath, we should be able to easily handle that. Get one shot. Oh, no, no, no. She still has another Pokemon, and it's Gatomon. First time we've seen that one out in the wild, too. Well, not technically in the wild, but in general, first Gatomon that we've seen in the playthrough. Unfortunately, Agumon is still dead. He has the double kick, which would be super effective, but okay, Gabumon absolutely destroys it with the Frost Breath. Wait, I forgot Frost Breath actually has a high crit chance. Okay, maybe that's a little too OP to get this early in the game, but then again, if every Digimon learns OP moves early on, then it kind of balances out anyway. So maybe that's my approach when designing Pokemon hacks, just make everything OP. Well, I guess I didn't need to walk all the way back to the Pokemon Center, but whatever. We're healed up and ready to head into the mine, and we should have quite a few new Pokemon in here. And there's actually one of them already. You might not recognize this guy, but I mentioned Digimon World 3 earlier, which I recently played in my spare time, and this is gonna be Kumamon, or Bearmon, depending on if you're playing in English or Japanese, but at least back in that Digimon World 3 game, he was known as Kumamon. Then later on, they introduced another bear Digimon that ended up being called the same thing. It's kind of confusing, but I decided to go with the name that I know it by. And this bear is crazy, or I guess technically I made it crazy in the stats. Oh my god, maybe I went a little bit overboard because our Fury Attack is doing nothing. Not only did it use Defense Curl, but it also has the ability Fluffy, which is the same one that Wooloo has, and basically makes it super resistant to physical attacks. However, its special defense, probably not that good, and considering this always crits, oh, thankfully it didn't kill it, because I would love to catch Kumamon. No! Oh my god, I thought it was gonna roar us away, dude. I'm actually not sure why that failed. I thought roar makes the Pokemon flee, but thankfully it didn't, because I really want to catch this little dude, and we do. Kumamon will be added to the party. I think there should still be a couple of other new Pokemon here in the mines, as well as a couple of trainers that have those new Pokemon, but I'm gonna probably avoid them for now, because, oh, well, that's a different cry, but it's actually just Gaomon, who we already know is replacing Kubfu, so I'm not even gonna try to catch you, dude. What the heck? There's still Woobats in here, too! I could have sworn I programmed all the Pokemon to be Oh my... What is Nuzleaf doing in here? I could have sworn Nuzleaf is supposed to be Kumamon. I guess maybe only male Nuzleaf or female? Basically, Kumamon's skin is only programmed to work on a specific gender, but whatever, dude. We got something more important here. It's Harrismon, the third new Digimon appearing in this episode, and one that I actually had no idea existed until making this video, but apparently Harrismon comes from a mobile game that was just recently shut down, so RIP to Digimon Savers, or whatever it was called. At least its main character will live on here in Digimon Sword and Shield mod demo. It's super cute, and actually reading into its moves, I found out that a lot of them relate to electricity, and so I made it a pure electric type, although apparently the quills on its back can actually harden and become insanely resistant. So maybe that's a little hint as to what it could evolve into. Now, of course, at the end of the Galar mine, we've got quite a special battle to deal with. The best rival of Pokemon Sword and Shield. It's Bede. Damn, he's even got the glove? Okay. Wait, Gabumon X? Excuse me? What is wrong with that thing? Looks like Gabumon got like rabies or whatever, that disease for animals. Oh my gosh, that's kind of creepy. If it's anything like Gabumon, then it's probably an ice type, so I guess will go Frost Breath. Oh my god. Why do you have Fire Punch, my dude? Oh! And you have Beast Boot. What is this? No wonder Bede only had one Pokemon. This thing is a beast. I want to go Kumamon and use Rollout, but we just saw this thing has Fire Punch, and the Fluffy ability is actually weak to Fire-type moves, so hopefully it doesn't go... Okay, of course it goes Fire Punch, and that's gonna one-shot us too! Dude! This Gabumon is too good! Are you serious, bro? That's gonna raise his attack even more. Okay, maybe I went overboard with this battle here. I'm literally playtesting this for the first time live, so I'm just now realizing I may have gone a little bit too crazy with Gabumon X here, but I wanted it to be kind of like the first boss of the playthrough, and it is actually still an Ice type at least. So with the double kick, will do some good damage. It doesn't seem like it has anything super effective against Agumon, but it does have Sucker Punch, which after 2 attack raises is just gonna one-shot us. Oh my god, we're so screwed, dude. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we just lose this battle now. I was kind of hoping Kumamon would beat it with Rollout because this is actually an Ice and Fire type, but no, it got too many Beast Boost offs, and now we are done for. You might notice its left hand is actually exposed, which is the main difference between it and the regular Gabumon. And that's because according to the wiki, Gabumon X engulfs its fist with fire so often that it burned off its own pelt on its right hand. So obviously Fire Punch had to be its main move, even though it seems like in this game it's using its left hand instead. Oh my god, we get the Effect Spore Sleep. Oh, that definitely could have helped earlier, but it's too late now. We have run out of Digimon, and we just got our ass kicked by Bede. Bro, he only needed one Digimon to do it. Which could be a sign that I need to work on balancing the game a bit, or a sign that we need more training, which we will do in the next episode. So make sure to hit that like button down below if you'd like to see me continue the series. As I mentioned, right now I've modded the game up to the first gym, but if enough of you guys show interest, I'll probably make this first demo go all the way up to Nessa. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you then.